Hey there, indigenous woman. My name is Golden She Eagle, and I want to welcome you to Higher Self Conduit. Yeah, this is just going to be a quick rant of some things that I have been wanting to say to my lesbian sister. And I'm speaking these words now as a bona fide, undeniable asexual woman. Now, during the duration of my life, okay, these 50 years plus I've been on this planet, I have come around and been around amazing lesbian women, bisexual women, right? And in those years, I was a heterosexual woman. I was a male worshiper. I was male-centered. I wanted to be in relationships with men. I wanted to marry men. I wanted to be provided for and taken care of by men. And I would come across women like and want, honestly, sisterhood, friendship, other women that I could communicate with and build with, right? And in my younger years, it would always go over my head that a lot of the weird mistreatment that I would get from women, and I would mistakenly think that there was something wrong with me, that I was saying or doing something that I was failing at being a good friend to them. Well, it was actually because they had sexual feelings for me. They had sexual attraction toward me, right? And a lot of that happened in my 20s, and it used to just really hurt me. It used to really break my heart, because I'd end up being like, well, I thought this person liked me. I thought they liked me for me, because while I'm liking them for being who they are, knowing full on that they're a lesbian, and letting them know full on who I was as a male-centered heterosexual woman who only wanted to be with men, I didn't get it. I didn't get that they were waiting for an opportunity to get me in bed. Or once they finally realized that I really did mean what I said when I was like, I'm heterosexual, then it's just a cutoff. You know what I'm saying? I got ghosted, all sorts of things that have happened in my youth. And by the time I got in my 30s, I caught on. And I was like, oh, okay, see, y'all chicks don't have what I call mastery of sexual energy. Y'all don't have no self-mastery. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get y'all clitorises under control, because they would actually continue to try to pretend that we were friends, or that we could hang out, we could talk and we could do all these types of things, because they expected me to turn. And we all are fully aware at this point that women have predatory behavior too, and have this dreamy kind of fascination with sexing women who don't have sex with women, who usually have sex with men. And I find that on the male side of things, gay men like to be with heterosexual men. The same thing applies over on our side too. Lesbians be wanting to be with heterosexual women because it's a form of dominance and power. It's something to kiki and kaka with, with their homegirls and shit, right? So I caught on in my 30s, and I started to avoid trying to have connections with my lesbian, women, right? Woman, right? Just to protect my energy and my peace of mind. And what I didn't realize back then was how many of you all there is, right? And now that I'm in my 50s, and I'm full on in my asexuality, I'm glad to know that it's so many of you. But at the same time, some of the moral misconduct Y'all need to start recognizing and taking personal accountability for it. And I don't think, honestly, that that's ever going to happen, because morality and accountability is missing in our society. It really is. Everything is low vibrational as it can get. You know what I'm saying? It's like hellish out here, right? But I just want to say, as an asexual woman who literally does not know another asexual woman like me, because I've come across women online who are like, you know, they'll say they're asexual, but one day if they meet the right one, then, you know, they'll go ahead and be with a man. That's not asexuality in my opinion. Or, you know, they'll be like, I'm asexual, but maybe like 2 or 3 times a year I like to have sex. And I'm just like, okay, you know, that sounds more like a demisexual. My daughter be telling me a demisexual is somebody who, you know, needs to have an emotional and an intellectual connection with someone before they can sleep with them. I see it more as that, but do you? But as for myself, I resent anybody playing with my time and energy. See, I can't get that back. You know what I mean? So I've been developing my spirit of discernment over the years, my intuition over the years, and training myself to pay attention to the red flags, because just because I'm all about the matriarchy and just because I'm in full on support of women who decenter men in their lives, don't mean I'm gonna be out here putting up with no woman's bullshit who doesn't have her sexual energy under control. And if by chance we happen to cross paths and I show you kindness and I, you know, listen to what you say, or I give you support because you have a talent or a gift or an ability that I think is respectable and is great for humanity, is great for the earth, do not, and I mean do not ever let that translate in that brain of yours that means I'm gonna be scissoring or fucking on any woman ever. I said I am asexual. I don't want to smell nobody, taste nobody. I don't want nobody smelling or tasting me. The thought of another woman's yoni is repulsive. Not because I think women are repulsive. It's not because I think yonis are repulsive. I know that connecting that way on a sexual level is what is repulsive to me. When I see lesbians or bisexual women or whatever together, I think that is beautiful. I do not think that's repulsive. In my personal life, though, that's my business, and I just that's not for me. And I feel as equally and even more so repulsed at the thought of having sex with men. Trust and believe that shit. That's even more harsh in in repulsiveness. So I just wanted to speak on that because I've never really said it out loud before, how y'all be getting on my nerves out here with all the fake shit and all the back and forth shit. You know, if you come across a woman, I don't care what her, but this is to women, listen to me. If you come across a woman, I don't care what her sexual preference is, I don't care what her business is, and she says no to your flirtation, to your advances, to whatever you got going on in that head of yours, no is a complete sentence. And no means no. And if you don't start experiencing, learning how to respect women on where they stand, okay, y'all gonna end up catching some really, really fucked up karma out here. You're gonna come across the wrong woman or the right woman, okay? Or something gonna come for you. Because you can't You can't mistreat women and think that you could get away with it because you're like, well, I'm not a man. You know, it's not a man that's doing it to her. It's just me. Y'all protect yourselves out here, okay? Learn to be able to recognize when somebody really genuinely likes you and cares about you, for you, and believes you when you tell them who you are. Because when you come across people like that, then you could care about them and you can believe them when they tell you who they are as well. It's enough room on this feminine planet for all of us. That's my message, and I'm sticking to it. All right? I'll see y'all in the next video.